Hi there. Welcome back to the woods, or woods and woods. Yeah, it's the woods, but it's very close to a bunch of houses. I have to do this in this wood because I'm not a landowner and I'm not allowed to cut down a lot of trees and stuff. But in this woods there are some trees already cut down, and no one cares too much if I do something in there. So that's why. Well, I was planning to do this video or to launch it in early August because of the hunting season. This is a tip, especially for you hunters, but well, it can be useful for many things. So stay tuned. I hope you can see this. I have two poles, each about 5 meters long. I would love to have some a little bit longer, but this is the poles I could find which were on the ground and still strong enough. So 6-7 meters is good, but we'll do with this. It's a demo, so no problems. I have about 3 meter ends from the cross and about approximately 2 meters out. How long they should stick out depends on your tree. That's how it is. Well, now I guess you see what it is. No clue? Or do-it-yourself tree stand. It's very simple, easy to build, but it works, and it works very well. Now I did it with paracord and relatively thin boards for the chair, but if you build it a little bit stronger, it will last you years. If you have the same hunting area year after year, why don't build several of these and let them stay out there? I know many of you are afraid of losing your tree stands because people are stealing them. That's a shame, but that's a fact. That happens all the time. I'll tell you something, no one wants to steal this. It's not beautiful, it's not portable, but it's a tree stand. My ashes are about 4 meters above the ground, and that's done with 5.5 meter long poles, 2 of them, and beside those it's only this thinner 1.5–2 inch logs, and it's safe. Of course, when you sit 4 meters above ground, you should tie yourself in. I have not, and don't come with stupid comments about that. I know I should tie myself in, but I haven't, and I know I haven't, and I know it's stupid, so forget it. You will be deleted. If some of you want to build something like this, be sure you're safe. Make some kind of ladder to get up, or bring a ladder, and yeah, tie yourself in as soon as possible. You're some few meters above ground. If you go down now, I'm gonna hit myself pretty hard and maybe break some new ribs. So I'm sitting on this bench, and yeah, it's thin wood, but it's fresh and strong. It's tied on to the log, and it's even tied together in the back. It's also connected to the crossing down below. This triangle is upper bearing construction for the bench I made on the ground, and I retied it together on the behind to support all the weight coming down on this, and outwards will be stopped by the log, all this tree. And I also put down one good solid, still thin but solid birch to have my feet on. You can put on more if you want, but it's not that suitable. Tied it in with some paracord, strong enough for this short lifespan of this tree stand. I'm gonna take it down afterwards to prevent kids from falling down. And this is my view, and now when I'm sitting here I can plan where I want to shoot and which branches I need to remove. As you can see above me, the tree stand are now down. I recovered all my paracord and taken it down so no one climb it and fall down and get hurt. So it might be a little hard to figure the way I'm making it, so I'm gonna show it one more in my garden as a model, so it's a little bit easier to see. Okay, I'm back in my garden. This is the 2 logs, and I placed them around the tree with about a 40-degree angle. 45, sorry, doesn't matter exact. And then I add the smaller ones laying on top on this bigger. This will actually be a little bit too long, so what I do after I raise it, I loosen this knot and tie this together closer so they go around the pole. Let me show you in a moment. I do all this with the logs laying towards the tree, and then I start lifting. I lift them up, 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 as high as I want. About 45 degrees is a good, that can be a good solution. I make sure that the ends on the logs are lifting are good, well placed in the ground, because sometimes you can get a little bit tension, so they are barely touching the ground. So make sure that tension is gone, so they will rest firmly in the ground. Then I climb up to this place, I lift this one, I loosen my temporary tying and tie them back together like so. At the same time, I also secure it to the tree itself before I tie it together. And I also secure this point at the stem itself, or the tree. When that's done, I can start making my bench. I start with the thinnest. They can be the shortest. Like so. And then I weave these in with this one on each side. So if you sit or go out on the edge, you will not lift them up and you will go to the ground with a bang. I put on as many as I feel I need. And then I tie this last one underneath like so to have my feet on. So now I can sit here, have my feet here, and I'm pretty secured. Well, not secured, but I'm sitting very well and comfortably and can be there for hours. If you want to do some more safety, you can tie in one like so, and another one on this side, and you can even tie a new triangle on the top to make yourself a roof. So this is how I do the simple tree stand. It's with cutting down the logs and everything, it may take you about 1.5 hours to build this all by yourself. One important thing to remember, especially if you're making these two logs, main logs, out of some light material like bamboo, if you have a lot of pressure, let's say on here, this back end may lift up, especially if you're not doing this. If you don't cut up the temporary, take off the temporary tying you did at the beginning and secure it around the log, you will, let's open it to demonstrate. When you put a pressure on here, this will be a pivot point, so this might happen. and if you're not secured this lower tying either, this will happen. A 45-degree angle of this is absolutely maximum, because you will have a wide spread. So if you can angle it down to maybe 30 degrees, I had something between 30 and 45 in a forest, and it was wide enough. It was wide enough for 2 people. And if you build it strong enough, it's no problem to have 2 people up there. So, hope this gave some of you some ideas for your next hunt. And remember, you can build it and use it several years. And you can build several of them. No one will steal them. And yeah, you have several options. You don't need to drag along with your aluminium tree stand and ladders and everything. Just go to one of your main spots. And another very good thing is the animals get used to this contraption. I've seen this before many times without any people or anything. So this is just a common thing in the forest for them. And all your scent from building it will disappear in some days. So your scent will be gone. I made one of these when I was a kid, out of, yeah, not thick, maybe 1.5 inch birch trees, and it was very, very wobbly, but it was there, and maybe 4 or 5 meters up, and I used that the whole summer. So it's doable, but remember, safety first. Important. So, thank you for watching. I'm really sorry I made this a little bit too late. It's still not too late, but the ideal thing would be to build this summer and using this fall for the hunt. But it's still not too late. So, thank you for watching, and see you next time.